In your car, listen to Newswatch 16 on WKRZ AM 1340.
Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, pilot Jack Rulin in Skycam 16, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark, and Joe Zone on sports. This is Newswatch 16.
A shocking announcement in Lock Haven late this afternoon. That town's major employer is moving its plant out of town. Excuse me, Newswatch 16's Craig Stevens was there in Clinton County when the word came down.
They didn't want to close, and their employees begged them not to. But after 47 years as one of Lock Haven's major employers, the Piper Aircraft Corporation is shutting down August 1st. Piper's workers were called to a meeting this afternoon where they were told that Piper lost nearly $39 million last year. The remedy? Close plants in Lock Haven and Quehanna. That leaves 650 people here jobless. Some will have the option of moving to Florida, where Piper has another plant. But this plant shuts down completely by the end of the year.
Got 33 years and in here only 51 years old, so maybe I might be able to find something. They said we have options maybe to go along with their job, so.
Bad. After 32 and a half years, it don't make you feel good.
What will you do?
Well, I don't know.
Excuse me, sir. What are you going to do now that Piper's closing?
I really don't know. It's there's no jobs around this area here, and I have no idea.
Totally and completely devastated. We all suspected this was coming, but you know, whenever they tell you, and it's, you know, even though you do expect it, it's a big shock to you anyway.
For many people like these workers who have made Piper their life's work, it is a sad day indeed. What will they do? Some will take early retirement. A lot will move out of the area. But for many, it's a day they hoped would never come. Craig Stevens, Newswatch 16, Lock Haven.
Pennsylvania's 78-year-old drinking water law is no more, and a new, tougher law is in effect. Today, Governor Thornburg signed that law that now gives the state the responsibility to make sure our drinking water is safe. Before this, the federal government had that power, and under those rules, 3,000 water suppliers in Pennsylvania were not regulated. Now they are. Also, the state DER now has the power to order emergency actions during a health crisis, such as the giardiasis outbreaks in our area.
A judge from the State Public Utility Commission is still holding hearings in Scranton concerning the giardiasis problem in our area. The judge expressed some concern at the hearing today that construction of the Montage Recreation Project near Scranton might cause even more water problems. But Pennsylvania Gas and Water Company officials said the construction is being closely watched to make sure there are no side effects. PG&W also said it is doing all it can to prevent more problems with giardiasis.
We have increased the frequency of our testing. We have made arrangements through cooperation with the Game Commission to help try and reduce the beaver population. Sanitary surveys are being done. So yes, there will be some changes made.
The hearings are being held to help decide whether PG&W customers should get a break on their water bills because of giardiasis.
Around 2,800 PP&L customers lost their electricity for a half an hour this afternoon. The people living in a part of Hanover Township, portions of South Wilkes-Barre, and portions of Ashley were affected by that outage. PP&L officials say that a circuit breaker tripped, causing the problem. It's been repaired at this hour.
Our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark, is next with his forecast.
And Tom, despite a little bit of breeze, it was a lovely spring day today.
It sure was. For the 1st of May, you couldn't beat it,
right,
actually, but better tomorrow, but then a more noticeable change coming Thursday. My backyard forecast when we come back.
Monday.
Come on, we're going to have fun.
Michelle Lee's on the road with Mr. T in Chicago, John Ritter in Hollywood, and Jacqueline Bissett in London. They're going back home.
All right, let's get the weather facts now and find out what's ahead. Here's Tom.
Okay, thank you, Nolan. Kind of windy today at times. Peak wind gust at the airport, 39 miles per hour this afternoon, close to 40, and it felt like it at times as well. Take a look at my crabapple tree here, getting lots of leaves on it now, and the tiny pink buds. This will be a beautiful sight in about 2 weeks, covered with white blossoms, and we'll be sure to show it to you. Outside now, the temperature looks like this. Under a partly cloudy sky, the reading is at 57 degrees. Humidity, a lip-chapping 27%. The wind west at 12, gusting to 22. The barometer is rising. Range in temperature 60 and 50. Today, the normals are 64 and 43. Hey, it was hot on this date back in 1942. The record high close to 90. A shot there of an orchard up there in Clark's Green, Lackawanna County. Apple orchard, I suppose. Take a look at the Newswatch 16 color satellite picture. Just some clouds over Pennsylvania this afternoon. Some of those clouds leaking some rain, but it was evaporating before reaching the ground. You may have seen some streamers coming out of the clouds today, otherwise known as virga in the profession. Now take a look out there. Some showers also in western New York State. Down to the south, speaking of rain, Meridian, Mississippi. 1.5 inches of rain in 15 minutes. Today. Heavy thunderstorms down that way, possibly a few tornadoes between about now and 8 o'clock. But frost maybe tonight in southern Michigan. No frost for us tonight, as I expect the breeze to stay up. But these clouds here and some of this moisture out in the west will be moving in towards Pennsylvania. Our next chance for rain coming on Thursday of this week. Now, a special greeting coming up, and there it is. A happy birthday to my better half. Yes, indeed, my favorite meteorologist in the entire world. My best friend, too, by the way. Tonight, breezy through the evening hours. Kind of cool out there tonight. Becoming clear later on tonight. Look for the planet Mars rising in the east after 10 o'clock. You can't miss it. A beautiful night for stargazing later on. 38 in Towanda, 39 the low tonight in Scranton, 34 Mount Pocono, down there in Easton, Northampton County. Your low tonight about 39. Near 40 in Elysburg, Clarkstown. Yeah, 39 the low tonight. Now, tomorrow, a nice day. The wind will still be with us up to about 18 miles per hour at times, but not quite as gusty as it was today. Plenty of sunshine, a few puffy clouds. You'll like it. 63 in Halstead, about 64 in Falls. The middle 60s, Palmerton, Almedia, Freeburg, out there 66 degrees. In Williamsport, in the middle 60s tomorrow, just about where it should be for this time of year. The Health Watch, resistance to aches and pains, a high average on the scale. The mood index quite high as temperatures averaging just a little bit below normal again tomorrow. Sunrise and sunset, 6 a.m. It does not go down until 8:03 in the p.m. Daylight savings time taking over. Clearing tonight. 39 the low, 65 tomorrow, a beautiful day. The clouds will thicken on Thursday. I'm expecting a few showers to break out by late in the day. Some showers Thursday night. Friday, not good. Some showers, a few scattered thunderstorms on Friday, 62. Some sunshine on Saturday and a bit on the cool side. So there it is, another beautiful day coming again tomorrow.
Tom, we've had a vote here.
Yeah.
Right? Joe, Karen, myself, we've decided that in honor of Noreen's birthday today, we vote her chief meteorologist for the day.
No, wait a minute.
See you later, Tom.
You don't have anything to say about it.
No, wait a minute.
Bye. Joe Zone is next with the story of the NFL Draft.
Including how the local people did in the Big Pick.
Terror in mid-flight tomorrow.
They're still picking and choosing in the NFL Draft.
They're going to go for quite a while the rest of the night, and it's been an unusual draft. Last year, remember, offensive people dominated the first round. Not this year. Defense got the early call today. 17 defensive players chosen in the first round, just 11 offensive players. But one of them was Wilkes-Barre's Ron Solt. Solt, a big offensive guard from Coughlin in Maryland, was picked 19th by the Indianapolis Colts. It used to be the Baltimore Colts. Wouldn't that have been nice and cozy for a Maryland boy? 19th is not so bad when you consider Solt was the second offensive lineman selected after number 2 pick Dean Steinkuhler, who was chosen by the number 2 pick. So that'll be worth some money to Solt when it comes time to negotiate. 2 other area players, Bruce Kozerski of Coughlin and Holy Cross, and Harry Hamilton from Nanticoke and Penn State, are still waiting as the draft moves through the middle rounds. Tim Carlson was at State College today as Hamilton watched his Penn State teammates go early.
This is pretty much a normal spring day for most students here at Penn State, except for those who are former football players hoping to be picked in the NFL draft. As usual, there were some surprises, but the 4th pick in today's draft to Penn State fans was no surprise.
Philadelphia Eagles, first-round selection. Wide receiver, Ken Jackson from Penn State.
Kenny Jackson, with the distinction of being the highest wide receiver pick ever from Penn State and second highest pick overall in the school's history, was in Philadelphia with the Eagles brass before the draft began this morning and signed with the club immediately.
The Eagles can give me just more than the financial situation. I think not only can they give me that, but also the ability to play in the NFL and be a part of a great organization has been a dream of mine for many years, and I'm happy. Very happy.
Kenny is a young man that we've wanted all along. We've watched him play for a long time, and Kenny has been at the top of the list and so far as production and athletic ability ever since he's been over at Penn State, and he's had a great career over there.
3.5 hours after Jackson's selection came a surprise for Penn State followers and a linebacker who many said had a bad senior year. Scott Radisek was the Kansas City Chiefs and the sixth player selected in round 2. He'll have a shot at joining former teammate Todd Blackledge with the Chiefs. Radisek's excited and confident.
Kansas City felt the same way that I did, making me their second-round pick. Just kind of like put some icing on the cake and say that maybe I'm not as bad as people were saying and that I can't play in the NFL.
Penn State fans once again can be happy. A few of their players have made it into the pro ranks here on NFL Draft Day 84, proving once again that Penn State is a valuable source of talented players. Tim Carlson, Newswatch 16 Sports in State College.
As I mentioned, quite a different story this year. A year ago, 6 quarterbacks drafted in the first round. Today, not a one. Let's take a look at some of the picks. New England, they chose first. They took Irving Fryer, the wide receiver from Nebraska. Houston chose offensive lineman Dean Steinkuhler from Nebraska. The New York Giants, going third, took another linebacker, Carl Branks from Michigan State. The Eagles, Jackson. Kansas City with the 5th choice went for Pitt defensive tackle Bill Moss. They haven't yet come to terms. San Diego with the 6th selection chose Texas cornerback Mossy Cady. Cincinnati next, Arizona linebacker Ricky Hundley. Indianapolis with the 1st pick in the round, Vanderbilt cornerback Len Coleman. Atlanta had the 9th pick and took Oklahoma defensive tackle Rick Bryan. Then the Jets, SMU defensive back Russell Carter. The first quarterback selected was Maryland's Boomer Esiason. No surprise. The surprise, the 10th player in the 2nd round. It's been 10 years since it's been that long by Cincinnati. So far through 4 rounds, 5 Penn State players selected. Jackson Radisek, John Williams, Mark Robinson, Ron Heller. 3 from Pitt, and they are Moss, Sweeney, and McCall. They'll go until 2 a.m. tonight, and at 11 o'clock, hopefully I'll be able to tell you that Hamilton and Kozerski have been selected too. Big draft day today. That's all of it. Give tonight your best shot. There's hockey, basketball, baseball tonight. It'll all be here with the sports screen. See you then.
Okay,
You're
Joe.
going to be busy.
Yes.
Busy
okay.
Man. Busy department. Thanks, Joe. And that is Newswatch 16 for this Tuesday.
Be sure to join us tonight on the update when we'll have the very latest on that search in Schuylkill County.
World News Tonight is next. For the team, we thank you for being with us.
Enjoy your evening.